My mic should be on now. We're gonna move I'm gonna move them out. Oh, whoops. So that's what I did last year. I think I might go ahead and make this red. It's spicy. I kind of like it. I kind of like the red and the dark blue. All right. That's a little better, maybe. All right, so this time, oh, big stretch. This time it's gonna be pizza themed since it's pizza time with Tuxie. So I'm gonna go ahead and move it all out and group that. I'll keep this. And I think what I'll do here is group that. And I'm just going to do a little sketch. What point size am I? Oh, I got to make it smaller. I wonder, let me go ahead and leave this. And I'm going to draw all right. Get that together. Thank you for that email, GoDaddy. Very helpful of you. So let's think here. I need one for the bottom here. I think I'll do this where the floof is getting a good cheese pull, and then he's just like, oh my goodness. And then Tuxie is like, oh my goodness as well, but a different oh my goodness. Just a rough sketch. Maybe I'll have his foot kicked out. Or maybe I'll have both of his, like he's leaning back and pulling it. I like that better. All right, and then I need different pizzas and probably Tuxie and some floofs interacting with the pizza. Let's do a classic slice. And then like maybe one that is curved like that. And I can flip this one left and right. Loof has a bigger piece of pizza than he is. One. I did one that's nomming and then another one that has like a cheese pull. Hey Sharon, happy Tuesday to you too. Welcome to the stream. I think these two will be, I can have different pieces kind of falling and moving. Well, let's see, I'm gonna reflect this. Coco looks super comfy. She always looks super comfy. Oh. Little belly scratch. Okay, I think I should probably do a full pizza too. Or maybe a pizza with a slice out of it. And maybe, yeah, let's just start with that and see how it goes. Let's see, did I group everything? Mostly. All right, so what I'm doing is, last year I did a bookmark to match the launch of Momo's Strawberry Plush. So I'm doing one to match the launch of the Pizza Plush as well. So I'm changing, of course, all of this is going to change. This right here, I'm thinking will be this cute little cheese pull right here. And then I'll have, of course, strawberries are going to be little floaty bits of pizza. And then I'll have floofs, you know, going around there as well. I haven't decided whether I'll put tuxie at the bottom, like tossing up a pizza, you know, the dough like I have. But I'm just going to play around with it, draw these elements, and see what I need after those go in. Love Yesterday's bookmarks still use. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. All right, so let's get this all moved down. I guess I'll start off with this one, because that will mean one side is completely done. There's my Scott. Hey, Chris. All right. It's there. I feel like his face is a little bit too wide, but I can probably fix that later. Thanks, Peter. You're saving the world at the front door, buddy. Oh, wait, I gotta bring this over. Oh. Oh! Down just a touch. There we go. And I think I was gonna make him like, uh-oh. I think the smile is cuter. Maybe not. Still think his head is a little weird. There we go. That's a bit better. I don't like how it's out like this, but that's too wide. Nope. There we go. So if I have his leg out here and then this one standing like he's leaning back a little bit. Go. And have this one out a little bit. That's a little bit thick. That one's okay. we have the pizza slice here. I'm gonna have to edit this a little bit, I think. Maybe not have his arms so... And this Tootsie might need to come in a little bit. Could just tip him a little bit. There we go. I've been hearing good things about Sheep Detectives, and I'm really excited to watch it. I think I'll probably do it this weekend. It's on Prime. And when I saw the trailer for it, it was really reminded me of Nanny McPhee, and I really love that one. So I'm excited to watch that one. Ashwin, hello! Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for showing me that render of the plane in Coco. That was really cool. Was that in Blender that you did that? Made it in Blender? Yeah, that's cool. I tried Blender. I did the Blender Guru. It's like a 9-part tutorial that's free on YouTube with a donut. Usually I don't have problems figuring out an interface. Like if I just am dropped into a program, I can usually get my bearings pretty easily, but there's just something about Blender that I just struggled with, and so that kind of hampered my working with it more. But it was with the camera movements. I couldn't get the quick keys right, and I could never get my donut, like it was like sunk halfway down in the floor, and I couldn't really get it to pick up and move. And maybe it's just a horrible tutorial. I don't know, but I feel like it suffered because either I just didn't understand the explanation of the interface, or I don't really remember there was much going into it. It was more like, I feel like it was more like, this is this button, it does this, this is that button, this does that type of thing. It wasn't really explaining and then making you try it, and or maybe it was and I just didn't get it or whatever. But yeah. I watched it and I regret I had to redo everything I learned. Oh, wow. So maybe it is just a bad tutorial. We don't need the body line there, I don't think. Definitely can cut it off here because we're blocked by pizza all the way up until here. And then leg can be fixed, and then I think I can move his little bib. I don't need his face line either. All right, that looks all right. Now let's tackle this pizza slice. I kind of want to group it. Let's see how that works. I found another tutorial which teaches you basics and shapes and navigation first, and it helped a lot, including the camera issue. Yes, so that was the biggest thing. I got so frustrated because I couldn't manipulate the camera. I couldn't get it to do what I needed it to do to work on the shape. And I feel like it took me a heck of a lot longer to do that tutorial and complete it. And actually, I don't think I did complete it. I think I got the donut itself, and then did I get the frosting? I want to say I did get to the frosting. I don't know if I want to say I got to the sprinkles, but I don't think I got to the sprinkles. But yeah, it was just so frustrating. All right, and so I'm gonna stop this here, and then I'm gonna do like the cheese pull. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna connect that with the floof. Go. Also got so frustrated I nearly quit, and for a long time I didn't open Blender, and then I found some other tutorials, so it got better. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad first of all, that I'm not the only one that got frustrated with that tutorial, but that there's better stuff out there that didn't, that helped you enjoy the program and 3D rendering a lot more. Now, I think I need to have more of his paw underneath here because he's going to be holding up the pizza. And I feel like I should probably have maybe some of his shirt there. And Sealand, hello, welcome to the stream. Moshi mosh. Taking me back to Japanese class. Yeah, I don't know if I need that. I'm just going to have his arm coming over here. All right, so let's get this guy here. Uh-oh. Most famous one, that's the issue. Like everyone who wants to learn Blender does the same donut. Everybody has the cursed donut. You'd think he'd make a better donut tutorial. So many people have trouble with it. But maybe enough people don't have trouble with it that it's fine. Or maybe it's just doing its intended purpose of getting you hooked into Blender, at least just enough that you go and do other stuff. I don't know if I like this. I like this expression. And I kind of feel like he needs to be weighted back a little bit more. Maybe I didn't get the gesture of this body right. Mm-mm. I'm going to move the cheese pull up so I'm not distracted by it. Maybe if I shift the weight to the front, maybe that hand going up will be like a bit better there. All right, so let's try and get this cheese pull right. quite a floofy face, but not sure if I want regular eyes or the, oh my goodness, kind of like those. But then again, if I change the feet, it's down and this like back like this. Not quite digging this face. Just as simple as where the eyes are. What if I exaggerated that more? No. A tiny bit? Hey Dee, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. That's a little bit closer. Sad I missed both live streams last week, but watch parts of them. Oh, thank you so much for watching the replay. Oh, little stretch, little stretch. Oh, the heating pad was off. I had to re-up. Maybe. these feet. It's kind of funny. His little foot's kicked back like that. I might keep that. What if I change the... Yeah, let's leave it up back like that. And I'm going to tip this heart a little bit. That, and I think I can get rid of all these extras, including the footers. Move that over. That here. Just gonna move this up. Extra lines and stuff. There we go. Maybe I should do an oops, an aw yes. Aw yes. Something like that. I think I'll group this just. All right. Liv was kind of striking a pose there. Save that definitely. Now let's do my general pizza graphics. So this is going to be, just to catch everyone up, I'm doing a bookmark for Tuxie's plush launch at San Diego. So last year I did this one, which was a strawberry theme because of Momochi and her strawberry. And so I'm going to do a pizza theme this time. I'm not sure about that little thing on the end. What are the sticker people saying? All right, shirts are good. Let's see. Okay, I can do that. I'll do that one after. So. All right, I can do that later. Let's make this a little less pointy, more doughy. That, no, it's still a little bit far out. It's a little better. The only thing about this is when I flip and just reflect this one, it'll, oh, big stretch. He was like going a full diagonal on the camera on that one. She's giving a show today. I think it's in trying to make up for all of the streams where she was snuggling with Tuxie. So I'll give you a show today. I'll give you a show today. So the video, I posted it as a reel yesterday, but roasted potato. She really is kind of a roasted potato. So to give a little context, I was sitting at my desk and I looked up and I just saw her feet kind of sticking out just straight at an angle. And I was like, oh God, that's something good. I already know. And so I got up quickly and quietly, as fast as I could, to try and sneak out there and get her pose. And I'm really glad I did, because it was a funny one. And she was just stuck there. I saw a bad artist, or was it bad artist bingo? And one of the squares was zooming in, like an extreme zoom for details that nobody's going to see. And this is, I think this entire piece of pizza is an example of that. Because this is just going to be like these strawberries right here. There's one big or two, a couple of big ones there, but for the most part, it's going to be tiny, no details. But all right. And now let's do the one that's kind of looping. This is like a thick pizza crust. All right, I'm gonna kind of need to edit the look of this for a minute here. Okay, that could be okay. This little pizza crust end here, I need to probably make a little bit less thick. These kind of things we do for our own sanity. Yes, it is a sanity thing. I think that's the coziest part of drawing for me, is those little details like that. Just zooming in, getting those little pieces right, and in the line art too. I'm sorry, in the color too. But it's just, I don't know. Oh, I haven't grouped anything yet. Do a little piece of pepperoni that got cut there. Edge like that. All right. If I want more details, I need to calm this line down a little bit. And let's do a 30%. I was seeing a ton of, I don't really know if it's ads, because I feel like it's not. But apparently, like yesterday or the day before was the 40th anniversary of Labyrinth being released. And I just have seen a lot of Labyrinth content flooding my feed, which I'm not mad about at all. Gosh, there was some comment. It was, what was it? Like a teacher it was a teacher for something, but they showed Labyrinth to their class. And the kids' reaction, one of them was like, the guy's really good, but he should be a singer. They had no idea who Bowie was. Like, yeah, he did pretty good in that field. Hard to believe it. Yes, it is timeless. And knock on wood. I know that there's been talk, and I've gotten upset about it before, but I think there's been talk about a sequel or something to do with Labyrinth, and I know, just you can't do it. I mean, the kid's education needs a little more work. I don't know if I'd hold that against him. I mean, you know, I would, well, I don't know. I was gonna say that I'd hazard a guess that they probably have heard some of his music but don't really know. I don't really know, like, if they even tried. I don't really know what musician could even attempt to step into Bowie's shoes. I don't think it would work. Does pizza crust have like butter layers? I don't think it does. But I kind of keep wanting to draw layers, like it's buttery. Alright, let's leave this curry pizza slice as it is. Move this over here. And there. And we're just going to do the flip. Flip for that one. Original is there. Can I flip this one without it looking weird? I mean, kinda, yeah. Alright, so let's save and let's push on to these guys. This one has, well, let me go ahead and draw the pie with the slice out. And then I'll draw, like, maybe the pie with the slice out, and then this one, like, he stole the piece out of the pie. Oh, I forgot. I need a piece of the pie to be missing. Go ahead and group this. Eyes aren't really perfect, but let's do the middle. There's the middle. And let's draw the slice out. Take that dot out. It's too... What? Illustrator, what are you doing? No. Left that way so you can kind of see the slices missing. Maybe make it a little... My earbuds are just falling out all over the place today. For once, this isn't that crazy with anchor points. You know, do one that maybe shrank more than the others. What is that little tail rattle for, Bean? I see it. I see it rattling in the corner of my eye. Do I watch any sports? I mean, not really. I mean, I watch football sometimes if it's a team I really like. American football. I used to watch basketball quite a bit when I lived in Indiana. There are big school rivalries there. So... But that was like when I was growing up, so... I used to play golf. I was on my high school team. I was the last. I was dead last. I was the alternate. If they needed me, they were lamenting it. Yeah, I need to make this more doughy. And it did teach some very, very valuable lessons. So actually, all right, I'll go into story time. Oh yeah, we're seeing all that. Actually, there's one of the places where they're playing is here in Houston. They're what is it called now? It's not is it Energy Stadium, or did they rename it? It used to be Reliant, but yeah, I love seeing all that content. All the people just like discovering Buc-ee's and small town Americana. But yeah, on the golf, that, let's see, probably the biggest lesson I learned was one year, well, everybody learned it on my team. So we got to state one year. One year? I think maybe 2 years we got to state. And a thing at my school was there is this old barn across the way. So the school was like in the middle of fields. There's nothing for miles any direction. Across the street was this barn. And so it was kind of a thing for the sports teams to paint the barn before a big, meet or whatever. And so of course we were going to state, we had to paint the barn the night before state, and needing our arms for playing golf. And yeah, so needless to say, nobody played well that day, and it was horrible. It was so bad that I don't even remember what I shot, but the parents of the other kids in my group, of the other players, they like took pity on me and helped me find my ball several times when I lost it, and I lost it a lot. And then there was one point where I was so upset, I was crying, and I walked over the top of the ball and kicked it forward. So play on the entire side of that course had to stop while a ref came out and determined what to do. And so it was like 15-20 minutes where everything was stopped. And so that was embarrassing. That was so bad. But I would say that embarrassment, anything in sports, it just falls off now. I mean, because I've been at the bottom in a sport with people watching, absolute rock bottom, failure, and survived. And it wasn't, it wasn't the end of the world. My teammates and I all screwed up, and but yeah, that was a lesson that taught me. But the barn looked cool. Ariana, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I'm drawing pizza and it's making me hungry. I've been craving pizza for a few days now. What pizza are you gonna get? Is there a favorite? Sports is a kind of thing which teaches us a lot of things, whether it's about people or ourselves. Indeed. We do learn a lot. And I think that was one where our parents were just like, let them learn the lesson. And we did. And because, they could have, and I kind of remember maybe my dad saying it wasn't such a good idea. But yeah, and it wasn't just painting a barn, it was like full-on graffiti that we did. There's a really good Italian restaurant by my house. They're pricey, but they pile on the toppings. Ooh, nice. Yeah, my normal default is Domino's too. It's easy, and they usually have that deal. What was it? It used to be $5.99 too. If I still have some left, I love Arnie's from my hometown in Indiana, but when I go visit for Christmas, I like fly 4 or 5 pizzas back with me in my luggage. That's how I get Arnie's these days. Deal now where you can get any size up to 7 toppings? Wow, that's quite a deal. That is a good deal. Alright, let's go here. Let's do floof with pizza slice. Whiskers up. I think I'm going to draw the whole floof just in case, but let me just group the line art here. let me think. I went once to a Chicago pizzeria. It was in Arlington Heights, if that's right. But I don't believe that I tried I know somebody in my group did. Because we would go up there for, we would do like a pilgrimage to it's the early days of anime fandom, to Mitsuya Marketplace. And before it was Mitsuya, it was Johan. And it was during one of those, and I think it was also in conjunction with Anime Central, that we went to one of those Chicago pizzerias, classic ones. Yeah, I don't think I got the deep dish. Or maybe I did. Maybe I tried a piece. That was the only time I ever kind of went to a Chicago pizzeria. It was always Arnie's. Maybe I should do mushrooms on this one. It was a famous one, and I'm pretty sure I could probably find it. It was really cool though, too, because they allowed patrons to like graffiti the walls, sign the walls and stuff. That was one of their big things. Maybe I should do a thin snip to show the edge of the mushy. Like that, maybe? Well, let's do this guy who's like, hey, I want some. Oops. I think I can make that a little bit smoother if I just use my shoulder. Okay, let's get this a little bit. There we go. Just need to tuck that up a bit. Right? Yes. Hydrating. Hydrating is very important. All right, now let's do this cheese pull pair. Right, this is going to be an interesting one. That's right. This one's going to be holding on to the pizza, and this one's going to be... Or maybe I should do it opposite, because this one's doing it like... I don't want it to be the same thing over here. Maybe I'll switch them. Maybe it needs to be stretched more. I feel like this would flop. It needs something to, unless I put a floof here holding it up. I could put a little floof there holding it up. Yes. Yeah. It's a little smaller. Rid of that. I think I need to make the paw a little smaller. This is not working how I wanted it to. Guess that'll do. All right. Let's get this down a little bit. Oops. All right, I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to do that. Sort of. No, it's a little bit more confusing because the pizza is moldy. And I think I can get rid of this line here. There we go. And then there's a little stray bit here. there. I think that could almost work. I just have to get this. She is. Oh, didn't mean to startle you, baby. Oh, she doing hair bits now. I think all of this is going to be, yeah. Leave this underneath the. Let me just move the face over, just shadow, just a little bit, like right here. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. Maybe do a light line there. And let's go back to 30%. And we're going to do some nice little cheese pull action here. And then, oops, let me get the end of that back under control. And let me do a 50% on the side. We'll do it again. First here. Be an old hat at drawing pizza soon. Right, let's do this over here. Okay, so all of these guys are done for line art at least. Oops, come here. Let's move over here. And you're gonna say I want some food. Let's see. Should I do like some toppings, like maybe a bag of cheese or mushrooms? I could do some mushrooms. Let's just sketch out some little. I could do like something like that. A couple of them, just that. Or maybe 3. Let's just do 3. Do like little mushies over here. Maybe some. Maybe a bag of cheese, and then I'll have it kind of like over there on the inside. Mushrooms, cheese. Then I'm gonna do a tomato, maybe. Oh, that's actually almost. It could be done. Just a little bit more careful with my line. Let's smooth this out. Little mushrooms done. 30%. Let's see. Percent. Something like that. I might change it up, but I just wanted to get a little bit of that in there. And let's finish this up with a little, whoops. Throw the slice here. Oh. I think that little bit of extra shadow might help the look. Oh, I've got a stray dot right there. All right. All right, there's our little mushies. And let's do this cheese bag real quick. Bring that point size up a tiny smidge. Yep. Actually, doesn't the zip need to go at the top? Oops. Oh, I forgot to actually group my lines. Maybe 50%. All right, and now we need to draw the cheese. Ashwin, have a good day, rest of your day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Beans. Group the cheese. I can kind of move it and manipulate it around as I need to. And let's do a little shadowing on this bag to help define what's going on here. Darken the cheese. Maybe just along this line here. Let's just follow this maybe. A little bit of depth to that cheese. Oops. I want to make cheese smaller and then put like a circle around it to give it like a logo cheese. There you go. See you next stream, Ashwin. All right, so we've got some toppings. I've got a tomato, I've got some mushrooms, I've got pizza slices, I've got several floofs, I've got the backer. Hi, who are you talking to? Really? You're making lots of noise, Beanie Weenie. Oh no, big stretch, look. That was a good big stretch. That was like both legs out. All right, we're gonna hit save. So let's see. I'm just gonna rough this out. I'm gonna I'm gonna color all of this over here and bring it over to the other thing. But I just wanna give a quick mock-up on what I'm thinking here. Ooh, that's big. All right, let's move this down. Let's make it smaller. So for this, I wanted these guys to be here. So they'll be right there in the cheese pull. And then I need another tuxie on the front probably. So I haven't drawn him, but I've got this guy here. I've got cheese. Oops. Cheese. Actually, I kind of like the angled cheese. Cheese. Oh, wait. These need to be a duo. So this guy needs to be coming like there. And I've got this cheese pull here. Something along the lines of... I need to make some of these smaller. Oh, it's going to hurt. I spent all that time detailing that pizza. But he's going to be tiny. Alright, and I have a pizza up here. I've got little mushies. I've got a tomato. I want to get these guys in here somewhere. I bet I'm going to have to make them a little bit smaller. Or I could make it bigger. I could kind of do this and have like pizza, you know, kind of coming in at different angles. That could be cool. And then I have tuxie here. So the last will be like a tuxie in the corner. So I need one more piece. Okay. So I need a tuxie in the corner, and maybe he's like looking up. Maybe he's reaching for some pizza too. So that's the last piece I need for the bookmark, but this is generally what it's going to look like. I'll have this colored up, and it may be, I like red on the back. I think maybe yellow on the front for the background, or maybe not. I'll have to figure out what will contrast enough, because I've got a lot of yellow, oranges, browns. I've got lots of warm colors with the pizza and the you know, the support stuff, the tomato, the mushrooms, the cheese. All of those are very warm colors, so I actually may offset it with something else. Like, I don't want to make it a blue like this one, but I'll have to figure that out. And then I'll have tuxie here, and then this is the back, and I don't need to update or change much there. It's all good to go. Links are the same. Shop online, renew comics weekly. Yeah, so that is just all I need to do is color and then draw tuxie. I could even make this a little print or something. All right, let's see here. I think that'll be it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and shut down the stream and get some lunch. So let me go to my ending screen here. I will be back on Thursday with comics, and I'll be doing a 4th of July comic, so I've got to figure that out. It should be a fun one. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, Sharon, Ashwin, D, Ariana, let's see, Chris, let's see, Ants Human, you were in here for a little bit. All my lurkers, thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back on Thursday. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you next time. Oh, we'll be here on Thursday. Oh, take care, Sharon. Happy 4th to you too. Have a good weekend. Have a safe and happy 4th.